Let's work. Yo, it's go time, showtime, never backing down time. One shot, yo, make it count, yo. Crunch time, shine time, make this moment my time. Get a grip, yo, ready, set, go. We bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Yeah, it's my time, yo time. Step into the spotlight. Get lit, yo. Let yourself go. Our time, high time. Gotta go big time. This is it, yo. Never take no flight time. Grind time. Take it to the street time. Turn the roof off. Get loco. Game time, win time. We gon' bring it home time. No regrets now. Let it all go. We bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mountain Bears. I'm Aeson Knight, the petty bitch, and of course with me tonight is Techy Joe. How are you, honey?
Doing well.
What?
Surviving client issue, or trying to say it appropriately. Well, yeah, surviving client issue gate 2022.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a little bit of an inside comment.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, Jessica.
Hi, Brenda.
But
We.
no, it's just I find it cute. I currently have like, what is it? 3 clients not affected by the problem you were currently the petty bitch over.
Yeah. And I'm about ready to get even pettier.
Yeah, no. So anyway, it's been a day. It's been a day. It's been a week.
Mm-hmm.
But last couple of days, lots of emails flying around. It's been a lot. I've been on the road this week.
Uh-huh.
Lots of driving. The cars survive.
So anyway, there's a TikToker that does a thing called Lesson on How Not Pissing Off a Gay Man.
Oh, wow.
Some people should have subscribed to his TikTok when it was suggested that they should mark it on the platform.
You know, there's that. I don't know. I've just always gone with the phrase that whoever said that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned has never met a gay man slightly inconvenienced.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean,
True. Hello.
I mean, because we're going to be justified. Don't get me wrong. This isn't a Karen situation of entitlement.
No.
But it is a moment of
Okay.
like, no, we're going to dial this back to basics. Let's go back to kindergarten. I'm going to explain it to you like you're 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're not going to make this mistake again, are we?
Yeah. Like when an issue is reported in one email, it should be handled and followed up on and corrected. No, it should not take thousands of reports to get something done.
Well, moreover, it's about to take. But anyway.
Again, watch a petty bitch. Watch a petty bitch.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have more on that developing situation, because we do have to be a little vague.
Yes.
But
if you want details and you work for a certain platform that's been around for 25 years and makes it well known, please see me in the sidebar. We will discuss it gladly and what is going to be done by the advisors.
Mm-hmm. Like, I swear to God, y'all are going to end up creating a little union out of this. And I can't even say, like, it is unjustified at this point. Like, they have pushed y'all against the wall.
Take my business, I'll fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt my clients, you'll be destroyed.
Basically.
All right. And I mean, we've seen that because the one we're currently having a problem with bought the last platform that gave me a headache.
Oops. Well, I mean, you have to respect size. You really do. You have to respect size. Because when they buy your last headache, that kind of tells you where it's going.
Oh, what was that? It was Bitline. Yeah, Bitline decided they wanted to be little pigs and would not fix current issues. So Bitline got a lovely article in the New York Times.
Ouch. Poor Bitline.
Yeah, Jessica remembers that. Me and her worked there together. I think that's where I met her.
Yeah.
See, she quit.
Right. I quit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's kind of like, I mean, granted, with networks, here's the thing. There's always new ones popping up.
Right.
Now, granted, with that comes, and then they get bought frequently, or they fail.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jessica, you was part of the big walkout.
Too many freebies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think everyone loves a freebie table.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm there for that. But I think even, like, your client base has to realize there's only so much.
Right.
Oh, but yeah. Ooh. Apparently it is
Now,
not.
in subsidiary, Purple Ocean is owned by Ingenio, a Delaware company.
Oh, yeah, fun. So apparently there is plenty of ocean in the ocean, but it's still not satisfying. Anywho, I thought someone would appreciate that more, but anyway. Bitline sister site, yeah. Well, and that's what you find out is a lot of them are all sister sites. Like it is just a never ending. Like this company owns these 3 companies, and this company bought 12 companies, and then the person who sold out this one apparently did not have a non-compete when they sold, so they went and opened another one.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, hi.
Oh.
What kind of idiot
Mm-hmm.
buys a company from someone
Mm-hmm.
and then doesn't just go, let's do a non-compete?
Right.
Like, I would hope after they do this twice and sell them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Purple Garden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. Like, can I just say this is one thing I have about psychic clients, and I love y'all. I do. I love you more than my luggage. I really do.
And that's saying something because he has nice luggage. It was
nice
a benefit to the marriage. He claimed spices was part of the dowry. No, his luggage was part of my dowry.
Yeah. But I love my luggage, and I love y'all too. But can we just talk about why every psychic site has to be purple
or green
or green or purple and green?
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all, I'm just waiting for the Barney the Dinosaur dreams. Okay, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna be chased with like Barney the Dinosaur carrying an AK-47 through like some horrible scenario. I'm waiting for that dream to start because, I mean, there's a lot of purple.
Mm-hmm.
Pink I could deal with. No one ever wants pink. Everyone's like, I don't want pink.
All right.
But like, hell, Jessica, at this point, if you want a website, I might cut you a deal if you go pink. I'm just saying. I'm good for 10%.
Hi. Yeah, we can give her a cut of we can give her $3.50 off the total.
No, that's not fair. You don't get to come back and say yuck pink.
They didn't partner, they got bought out.
Psychic pink eye.
Oh, you know that's gonna be a username.
If it's not, we should. No, we're not registering another domain. Don't you dare look. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, wait. Blue or green? Okay, blue. I can work with blues. I can do blues all day. I don't know what it is. The purples, after a while, though,
Mm-hmm.
like that purple, like purples in general. I just get really like anxious, like the old jokes about like tweakers. I have that moment when I stare at purple all day. I did not know this was going to be like a workplace hazard for me.
Honey, I told you one of your workplace hazards was having hexes thrown on you.
Yeah, whatever. I'll deal with that. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah. No one told me I was gonna like basically give Barney the dinosaur a colonoscopy. Because it's what it feels like.
Now we're slicing him up.
We're just what?
Slicing him up.
No, see, this is how we get taken down.
Anyhow, we now have apparently some arrested officials.
Oh, we have arrested officials.
Yeah, 17 congressmen were arrested on the 19th.
State or federal?
Federal. Capitol Police arrested 17 members of Congress at an abortion rights protest near the Supreme Court. Tuesday's abortion rights demonstration at the Supreme Court resulted in 35 people, including 17 members of Congress. According to a statement released by U.S. Capitol Police, the protest had several stages around the nation's capital in June, when the Supreme Court justices overruled Roe v. Wade. And of course, Capitol Police arrested demonstrators for blocking traffic near First and East in Washington after giving our standard 3 warnings, according to the statement. The Supreme Court is located on First Street. There was and is a lovely picture of what looks to be AOC in handcuffs.
Oh my. Brenda, I just saw your message. That's beautiful. That's basically, that's what I fear right there.
Sad conversations.
Yes. She sent me a private message. It's glorious. It is Barney the dinosaur with what appears to be an AR-15.
Oh, interesting.
Like, it is the nightmare I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that nightmare is going to start. I, in my dream, will just light a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, this is how it is.
Your profile in Zodiac, I would say most likely is you didn't meet what looked pretty for them. When I say what looked pretty for them, you didn't look like the standard psychics so that they could sell the site.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. There's many things I understand, but I gotta say this business is weird.
Oh no, this business isn't weird. The gray areas are weird.
The what?
Gray areas.
The gray areas?
Yeah, benefits, negotiation power, issue reports, customer service. So what do you think about this?
Specifically, I'm sorry?
The 17 congressmen arrested.
I appreciate their commitment.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, I'm going back and forth on it. Like, I appreciate their commitment. Like, AOC getting arrested for a cause, I'm down with that. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be against that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it kind of illustrates how ridiculous this is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, because, come on. Like, 17.
Yeah.
That's a pretty large body of people who generally do everything to avoid negative publicity or getting arrested in general. Getting arrested.
Well, considering in Congress totals, there's 351 women.
Wait, what?
Oh, have been.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. No, we would have heard of that one. Like that seems excessive somehow.
All right, 123 women are currently serving as representatives.
There we go.
Not counting 4 female non-voting delegates. So out of the 127, 1/10 of them was arrested.
Well, were all of the congressional protesters female?
No, this was also public.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, 17 members of Congress were arrested. Were of those 17, were they all female representatives?
Yes.
Okay, that was my question. Sorry.
And Representative Carl Bush, Democrat of MO, that's
Missouri.
Montana.
No, is it? Montana's in MN. No, that's Minnesota. Oh, good Lord.
Said even though
MO is Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri. Even though they arrested us, we won't stop our organization, altercations, and legalization for justice. We got us, she added. Bush was detained by officers, according to the Washington-based report. Robin Martin, the Mississippi congressman, retweeted Martin's post to her account. OOC posted a video of her arrest to her Twitter and wrote, "While participating in civil disobedience actions with my fellow members of Congress outside the Supreme Court." And they were
not wanting
$50.
Oh, a $50 fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we could donate for that. Like, let's start a GoFundMe.
Maybe they can use their tax dollars that we're already paying them.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just saying, I'm not mad about it.
Yep.
Like, go, protest. Thank you.
Yeah, do it all. Rattle the courts, rattle the companies, rattle.
Yeah.
Oh, so Elon Musk is not happy.
Is he ever?
Well, not only does he have Amber Heard blackmailing him, but now a judge ordered him to trial.
He has Amber Heard blackmailing him too?
Yes.
What did she do? Take, sex tape?
No, had a baby.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Jesus.
And there's videotape of her kissing him in an elevator that was released to TMZ when he just was not going to pay child support.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of heat there.
Oh, good grief.
But anyway, now he has Twitter suing him for refusing to buy them.
Yeah, we knew that one was coming.
Yeah, but the judge ordered it in October because Elon was wanting it sometime next year.
Yeah, it's been an ugly... that whole situation's been ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't understand why.
Well, because the only reason he wanted to buy Twitter was to get access to the ballot account information so it could be used in the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case.
Oh. Fair enough. That is deep. Sorry, that's a lot going on there. How much does one have to dislike their ex?
Well,
can we notice that none of her exes seem to love her?
Well,
I follow along with me. I don't mean normal animosity or normal hurt feelings, etc. in a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean there is some serious revenge and anger towards her as an ex.
Right.
I like one X hates you. That's one thing. Two X's hate you, sure, but
All of them?
yeah, really. It's like she does not have like one slightly friendly X.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that like, well, obviously, but I don't love my exes, but at the same time, it's not like I want to run them down or like buy a company just to help their most their previous ex
Mm-hmm.
to take them down in court.
Yeah.
Like I tend to avoid that, like I'm not there. Like, and I don't think any of my exes are really there with me.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to think of one. Like, do I have an ex that would like either run me down or buy a company just to help like a previous ex win a lawsuit?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I mean, and like if we go with the theory that finances aren't a problem,
Mm-hmm.
it's obviously not. But I mean, yeah, I don't think I have any that like their level of anger would be that committed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see it.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. So apparently Twitter is quite ticked about this situation.
Highly. I think it'll be interesting.
Oh, definitely. So I'm kind of interested to see where this one goes, because this has been wonky from the beginning. Like, they've really fought
Mm-hmm.
to prevent this from happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it doesn't happen, instead of being like, okay, we got what we wanted, he's not buying us.
Right.
Then they turn around and want to sue him. It's like, what?
Well, it's all
You
money.
wanted Twitter on layaway?
Yeah.
Only 12 easy installments, and you too could own Twitter. Oh, I think it's going to take more than 12 installments.
Yes. I think it's more like 8 easy installments of $500 million per each. All right. So where do you want to go next? Do we want to go local or do we want to go opinion?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go local.
All right, local. There was a lovely and interesting situation.
Oh,
A woman had been in a coma for 2 years.
yes.
Wakes up and gives evidence that her brother beat her into the coma, and he's now charged with it.
But wait, there's more.
Right.
And now he's dead.
No.
Yes. Yeah, he has died in custody.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
I saw that just a little bit ago. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he was uncooperative while in custody and during the booking proceedings at the jail. Washington Department of Homeland Security told NBC. On Wednesday, he was transported to Charleston Area Medical Center Hospital for evaluations by jail medical staff, according to the officer. He was pronounced dead on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
They've ruled out suicide, but no further details have been given.
Yeah. See, here's my weirdo thing, though, is like they're refusing to give out cause of death, but they're going to file a death certificate with vital statistics in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can walk in and view that. Now, you can't get a certified copy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's going to take a few days.
About 7.
And they can delay it. They have like a month.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, but isn't it weird that, she comes to and he suddenly dies of whatever when he's
in jail.
fact that he tried to kill his sister.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, justice is swift. Sometimes karma just gets a giggle.
Mm-hmm. So don't you take this piece from the heel?
Okay, let me go grab that one. Let's see. I think that's it. No, that's the Moscow one.
I just sent it to you in private.
Oh, that's why I'm not seeing it. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Kagan warns that Supreme Court legitimacy at risk if it strays too far from public sentiment. So interesting. Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan said on Thursday at a conference that the legitimacy of the Supreme Court is tied to its conformity to public opinion, Reuters first reported. I'm not talking about any particular decision or even any particular series of decisions, but if, over time, the court loses all connection with the public and with public sentiment, that's a dangerous thing for a democracy. I don't know that I would have chosen the words that she said, but I get what she means.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Kagan, a liberal appointed to the Supreme Court by former President Obama, dissented in the court's momentous decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization that overturned Roe v. Wade and sent the authority on abortion back to the states. The recent Supreme Court term included many contentious decisions, including cases about gun rights and the Environmental Protection Agency, and Kagan was often on the dissenting side. Kagan said at the conference that the court earns its legitimacy by remaining impartial and nonpartisan. Overall, the way the court retains its legitimacy and fosters public confidence is by acting like a court, by doing the kinds of things that do not seem to people political or partisan, she said. Kagan referenced times in history when Supreme Court justices failed to discipline themselves and instead attempted to basically enact their own policy or political or social preferences, saying that this puts court legitimacy at risk. I think that's the better quote.
Right.
Like, that's the better quote. That's where I was sitting here going, like, I don't think those would have been the words I would have said.
Right.
But yeah. No. Yeah. And I think it would make it easy to sit there and come back through.
Right.
And go, these were partisan decisions.
Yes.
Like, these were not based on, like, pure legal facts. These were slanted interpretations severely in line with a political agenda of a particular nature and not ones that were actually decided on law.
Right.
Like, that's a fair point.
Yeah. And that's a bigger point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice shot across the bow to remind the court just where they need to be at.
Yeah, but now I wonder, is it going to matter?
I don't know.
Because unfortunately, there seems to be a supermajority.
Mm-hmm.
Or as in, there's currently an ideological majority.
For the moment.
That seems hell-bent on going straight down an ideological divide.
Right.
At least as part of their faction. They're not arguing the law as much as the opinion.
Right.
I mean, we all knew Roe v. Wade has been a contentious issue.
Yes.
Politically, it's political hot potato.
Right.
But within that, there was a legal decision made
Right.
many decades ago. And I think we all understood that as unfortunate as it has been and is in this particular moment,
Right.
that political hot potato is why we don't have laws
Right.
that cover abortion, that
Right.
create abortion as a legal, provided, acceptable, normal medical procedure that one has,
Right.
that is protected and has, all the things that it needs.
Right.
And instead was left in this horrible limbo
Mm-hmm.
of, well, the Supreme Court says you can have one,
Mm-hmm.
that you have a right. But legally, we haven't really fleshed that out.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't decided legally to back that as a law.
Right.
And say, this is what the law is.
Right.
This is what the right entails.
Right. And this is why we have continued to say that every decision must be qualified by law from the Congress. That way the Supreme Court can't change their mind in 3 months or 6 months or a year.
Or 50.
Or 50. All right. So it's interesting. Continuing on this thread, because Justice Karen Thomas aimed at targeting marriages, including his own.
Mm-hmm.
There's now Tammy Baldwin, who is a gay, confronted Mickey Rubio about calling same-sex marriage a vote a waste of time, a stupid waste of time. As he walked into the elevator Wednesday, Senator Rubio of Florida told CNN the vote on the bill to qualify same-sex marriage was a stupid waste of time. But when he said that, there was another senator in the elevator that heard him, Senator Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin, Democrat, who is also known as the first gay politician elected to the U.S. Senate. You probably would have loved to be in the elevator to see the exchange after that, Baldwin told CNN Tuesday. And of course, I did speak with him about the remark. And I said that the recent Supreme Court decision enrolled the constitutional rights to privacy. There's a whole bunch of cases that have been decided based on the constitutional right to privacy that are now in jeopardy, which he disagrees with. And anyway, I said we will be talking some more, she said. Baldwin did not reveal what Rubio said in response. She also did not say if she was offended by his remark. We're not going to go into that, Baldwin said. I'm counting votes. Baldwin also predicted that they would have the 10 GOP votes to break the filibuster attempt when the bill eventually heads to the floor. Rubio and other Republican senators argued that the bill is unnecessary because there's no threat to same-sex marriage. As a majority of the Supreme Court opinion from Justice Cyril Santos attempted to wall off the ruling on abortion from other rulings, including the right to privacy, like same-sex marriage. In the separate conserves, however, Justice Thomas wrote separately, calling for explosion of the other rights to be revisited.
Yeah, see, this is kind of where we were talking about, like, this is a Pandora's box. It has a lot of knock-on effects.
Yeah, but they've only got 2 weeks to get it to the floor, and they're trying to get two other big bills to the floor. So it may be right as the midterm elections are going on. How lovely!
Yeah. I just like. This is the problem of when your political agenda forces you to decide on the law in a political manner, is you don't really care about what hostages you take in doing so.
Right.
And right to privacy is a hostage you took.
Right.
Like, I really wish they could understand that and just accept that.
Right.
That, hi, this is the hostage you took. Like you took hostages with this decision,
Right.
and you have now made a bunch of different legal decisions
Mm-hmm.
set on thin ice. And while technically Rubio may be correct in this exact moment that there's no threat, the problem is we're not talking about, today, right now, there's a vote coming up, or a vote has occurred in the Supreme Court regarding.
There's actually a case right now going on in front of the Supreme Court.
Still.
Yes.
I think the bigger point is, but it doesn't hinge on right to privacy, does it?
No, it does hit on the right to privacy.
Okay.
It's the web designer case.
Oh God, what is the web designer case?
The web designer case is a Colorado.
Is it another version of the cake case?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have to design a website for gays and lesbians because I don't agree with their lifestyle. And it's an form of artistic expression.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, it ain't.
Well, I mean, like, basically, like, that was the cake case. That was, like, a few others.
Right.
Like, yeah, no.
Now, have you been...
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Okay,
there are some artistic elements to developing a website, but a fair amount of it is literally putting up a website,
right,
following a color palette that a client has approved,
mm-hmm.
and doing the basics of what you do every day. Like, I generally, like, I can't really think of many things I would refuse so long as they're legal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, NAMBLA International or whatever the stupid pedophile group is, if you want a website, I'm sorry, that's not legal. I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That has too many threats to my web hosting, and no, I can't do that. Thank you. Find someone else. I'm going to go reconsider how I became top of your list, but okay. Many things wrong with that. But at the same time, if I had an anti-abortion group come through, I would consider taking on the web design project.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's simple web hosting and doing what I do every day.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't
mean I agree with the content.
Right.
But it's a legal, position to have.
Mm-hmm.
They're, as long as they're not advocating any illegal activity. And that's the key part. Don't advocate illegal activities. If they're not talking, like, if this is not a website intended to promote hate, violence, assault, any of the big bads, I have no real qualm against setting that website up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will take your money and run your website.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope I would, again, not be at the top of someone's list for that.
Probably
it's going to be a squeamish moment.
Right. Probably shouldn't be. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
January 6th, have you been watching these trials?
I wish I could say that I have, but we've had a lot. Well, I've had a fair amount going on. I think I got the one day with the
first one?
Attorney General's assistant,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. No, not maybe. I forget.
Well, Liz has been at the center of this, and in her closing statement, she basically shamed the Republicans.
I mean, where else did we expect it would go?
Yeah.
Like, this was a shameful activity. You should not be proud of this.
No.
Like, it wasn't. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
This is never where this should have ended up. Like, at all. I mean,
Right.
you had a plan from the beginning to disrupt the normal operation of our federal government.
Right.
In a violent manner.
Mm-hmm.
Through any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And you, to some degree, succeeded in at least upsetting the day.
Mm-hmm.
And costing people their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to walk away from it going, oh, we didn't really, oh, no, your handprints are all over it. Thanks. Have a great
Right.
Like,
and apparently right after it, former DC police officer who was attacked with a stun gun during the riots decided to unload on Josh Hawley after the hearings. First thought that popped into my mind was Josh Hawley is a bitch, and he ran like a bitch.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time. Well, and Hawley is a very, like, prominent fixture in January 6th.
Right.
Situation. Because he was very much egging on.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way to take his tweets.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but
his
he was
social media.
photographed with them, spoke with them, and then ran from the Capitol with the rest of his senators.
Yeah. 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 Like, you posed for a photo op for votes.
Mm-hmm.
But even you had to admit, I'm pretty sure these people are crazy. Otherwise, option 2, which of course he's not ever going to be able to say,
right,
was that you were trying to be an insider to this.
Mm-hmm. And could have been an insider. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, well, and that's a big question, is whether or not he could have or would have, or did, relay information once they fled the Capitol.
Right. Where they were, what they were doing, how they were doing it, how to get to where they were.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because that's a very big part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that was a moment in which even he, despite his actions, necessitated security.
Right.
He and his fellow Congress members. I don't get how you would so readily give that up.
Right.
Moreover, I don't even get how you could get to the point in which you thought any of this and what was being encouraged and what was already starting to happen was something you needed to continue down the road on. Because even if you initially thought this was a harmless protest, even if you're out there posing for photo ops because you still think it's a harmless protest, I'm pretty sure that at the point in which you were on the verge of needing to flee, you should have gotten it through your head. Oh, this isn't harmless anymore.
Right.
Oh, this is not a protest.
Right.
This is way different than that.
Very much so. And, this was very much scarier than that. On international.
Oh, what's our international? Moscow?
Yes.
So Moscow says U.S. must respect Russian law in, I'm going to assume Griner case.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a fun one. I started started reading this one, and it's a back and forth. It's Russia posturing. Like, granted, situationally. So the spokesman for Russia's foreign ministry lashed out Thursday at the United States, characterizing basketball star Brittany Griner's jailing on drug charges as, quote, wrongful detention. This is how the U.S. is describing it. Saying it shows disrespect for Russian law. So she has been jailed since she was arrested in mid-February at a Moscow airport after vape canisters containing cannabis oil were found in her luggage. The Phoenix Mercury standout and two-time Olympic gold medalist acknowledged in court this month that she had the canisters, but said she had no intent to break the law. She faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Her trial is scheduled to resume Tuesday. So the State Department in May designated Griner as wrongfully detained, moving her case under the supervision of its special presidential envoy for hostage affairs, effectively the government's chief hostage negotiator. So fundamentally, it sounds like the move on the U.S.'s part, or the commentary of wrongfully detained, is a classification that determines how the U.S. proceeds towards that case, towards the situation, and isn't really specifically saying that it's a wrongful detention,
Right.
or wrongfully accused. It just argues a different point.
Right.
That, like, this isn't dead to rights murder. Like, there's nothing the U.S. can do for you. You got caught on tape with a gun shooting a person in another country. You're gonna be detained. Indefinitely. There's nothing we can do for that.
Right. But this isn't that case. This says you forgot something in your luggage that you most likely wasn't going to use. It may not have even been yours. You can't even debate that at this point. Hi, Dottie. And now you're being held by a hostage in a hostage situation. They're looking at having to exchange an arms dealer for this.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Russia is just...
We have a few of those. We'll start with Trump. We'll give them Trump.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Please take Trump.
I mean, you know, he's a Russian spy. He's been very well used. Give him his nice retirement in, you know, somewhere in Russia. I'm sure there's a nice place in Siberia for him.
But no, this is Russian posturing.
Right.
They're looking for more than what they're getting.
Right.
Which is, like, traditionally, that's any hostage negotiation. That's any negotiation, is you look to get more.
Right.
And it looks like, sure, they'll take their arms trader and such, but they want more.
Right.
Like, if the U.S. gets two people, they want two people. They're trying to make themselves out to be the victim, which kind of a thing Russia does. Everyone always picks on Russia. For Russia. Don't we all feel bad for Russia? Yeah. And but anyway, that's their common. That's a pretty common tactic for them. For Russia. It's always so sad for Russia. Russia never gets treated with the respect they deserve.
Well, you know, it's hard to treat terrorists with respect.
You know? But again, I think it's just posturing on their part. They really don't care.
Right.
I think, if anything, they just like the fact that they do have someone on a legal charge for a reason that is prominent enough to draw attention.
Right.
Because, I mean, who the hell knows who Victor Bout is?
True.
So yeah, she made a nice high value target.
Yeah.
as did anyone else who entered Russia at any point, doing anything that could even be remotely considered illegal that had any kind of celebrity fame or clout.
Right.
Like, she's a pawn in a chess game. They all are.
Very much so.
So, yeah.
All right. So I may need you to put a screen protector on the TV in the bedroom.
What?
I may need you to put a screen protector on the TV in the bedroom.
Like, what kind of screen protector are we talking about? Are we talking about protected against damage, protected against, like, wide-angle viewing?
Protected against damage.
What are we doing in the bedroom now?
Playing a game called Stray.
Playing a game called what?
Stray. Check your private.
Okay. Well, hold on. No, private messages. Got it. Come on, that was funny. Oh, good God, no. Please, no, we're not putting on cat TV.
Cat TV.
It's cat TV!
Well, Stray is capturing the attention of real-life cats. The cats, possibly the most disinterested animals on the planet, we'll debate that issue, are getting into the game. Stray, the new game by Blue 12 Studios and Annapurna Interaction publication for PlayStation 4 and 5, allows you to play as a cat living in a deplorable world. Turns out it's so realistic. House cats have become caught staring at it and mimicking it for hours on end. Players are rewarded by exiting as a cat in the game. You can do all the things that make cats cats. Gamers can meow, wander around outside, clean themselves, sleep a lot, scratch furniture, knock things off the table, and eat.
All these videos are just cute. I mean,
Stray players have been posting pictures of their own cat on social media, copying the cats in the game and staring at the screen. There are even cats watching Stray on Twitter accounts now, with the gamers posting their cat's reactions to the game. One woman posted a video of her cat blocking the screen, writing, "My cat won't let me play this game."
Very cute.
So I think we need to order a screen protector for the bedroom TV.
Yeah, if we bolt it back to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how about we just ban the game in the house?
I don't think that'll work with the invisible assistant, who I've already seen play the game.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. His TV.
Do you think it'll
teach
Ollie to meow?
Huh?
Do you think it'll teach Ollie to meow?
You know, the weird part is he has been meowing more.
Uh-huh.
Like, granted, I think he's just... I thought he had just been copying Anna.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, maybe?
For those that don't know, Ollie is Joe's cat.
You already had Ollie. Ollie just kind of claimed a human.
He just arrived early.
Basically.
And Joe's cat needs a little help now and again. On cat.
Special needs. Yeah, like, he doesn't cat well.
Nah.
Like, and it's not like our cat thinks he's a dog. It's just our cat is not very performative of cat.
Right.
Like, when he was hanging out in the kitty line, they ran out of cat to put inside him.
Right.
Like, so he got microdosed the amount of cat he needed.
True.
Like that, and I find it funny. We're basically advocating Stray as hooked on phonics for cats.
Yes.
Cat.
Yes.
Like,
furthermore, it's entertaining the cat, which means they aren't scratching something, they aren't trying to tear up something, nor are they trying to eat us.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is all great until someone knocks over a TV.
Well, again, I think we need...
Just saying.
I know.
Like, Like, it's non-destructive till it's destructive.
And then it's dangerous.
It's like when I see, like, because one of the other things apparently that has been big for cats, and I cringe every time I see the videos. I understand the cat's having a great time, but like the koi pond apps for like iPad, and people literally like getting an iPad or at least handing an iPad to a cat, like setting it on the floor, turning on the app, letting the cat go nuts. I'm just like, oh no, we're never doing that. Like, never ever will we ever do that. Like, that cat would have to be so destructive otherwise. And then it's like, yeah, the cat goes in a crate and gets allowed to attack the app.
Right.
But then again, at that point, I think that I do that as far as the animal shelter, while I take in this cat and go, I don't know how we got the embodiment of Satan in a cat, but you take it. I suggest wearing a bodysuit. That's where I'd be with that. Like, because there's limits.
Right.
Like, I'm all about the theory that you take, like, pets go to forever homes. I'm all about that, but I think there's limits. Like, no, you don't get rid of a pet because you move, like, make better choices. You don't, like, I get that, but I'm like, if you take home a pet and they are absolutely destructive, and there is no training that out of them, there's no correcting that,
right?
Then yeah, I think you get to take an animal to a shelter, or find a different home, somewhere that it can go and, like, one way or the other, live out its days.
Right. Well, it's like the one cat that we could not get to stay in the house. Now, understand, our house, my backyard is I-19. My front yard is now a thoroughfare for buses. Cats getting out of my house is very dangerous for the cats.
Well, yeah, especially if they're more indoor familiar and have no street smarts.
Right.
Like, that's a ticking time bomb if they're going to keep running out.
Right.
It's like, you don't know what you don't know, cat. Get back inside.
Right. So I have a friend that owns a barn. Well, she's not a friend, she's a family friend. She owns a barn. She always needs cats.
I'm assuming she has a farm.
Yes.
So, and on the farm,
there's a barn, there's
McDonald,
pigs, and
E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, anyway, there's a barn.
Yes, but she needs cats, and she needs cats that'll hunt. This one was great at hunting.
Awesome.
So they got rehomed.
That's the
only animal I've rehomed.
And that, I think, is fair.
Right.
Like, because obviously this was not the right place for her. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think if your cat continuously escapes, that's effectively cat for, I don't want to be here.
Right.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong, but, like, I think that's cat for, I don't want to be here.
Right.
Doesn't mean cat wants to die. It's just, cat does not want to be in this location.
Yeah.
Like, this is not their happy place. This is not their life.
Right.
They want to, like, yeah.
All right. So now up for relationship advice.
Awesome. I'm worried about the title alone. All right. My friends flew overseas to visit my stalker. I was casually dating this guy and introduced him to my friend. I ended up breaking things off, and this guy continued to show up to my house, school, and workplace. He wouldn't leave me alone. He would literally harass me and expose me to my family. I was a dancer. Ended up stalking me for months. Recently, I got a restraining order on him, and he finally left me alone. My friend knew all about this. He moved and lives overseas now. Today I found out that my friend and his girlfriend went to visit this guy. His girlfriend sent me a Snapchat of the guy who stalked me saying, I finally met the stalker. I literally just responded, what the fuck?
Mhm.
I'm speechless. I honestly can't believe it. I was just hanging out with them 2 days ago. Now they're with this guy who used to stalk me. Cool friends I have. I can't wrap my head around it. I know the guy who stalked me is bad mouthing the fuck out of me to my friends right now, and they're probably enjoying every second of it. I'm debating on cutting them off. This feels really disrespectful to me.
Mhm. Cut them out. Point blank, cut them out. Delete them, block them, burn them. Because this puts your safety at risk.
Here's the thing. You've already dealt with a stalker, so you've already had that moment of like, am I crazy or are they?
Right.
Regarding your stalker. You've already clarified that. You've been backed up on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Please take from this experience that it can be really disarming to have a stalker and go through that initial, like, am I crazy?
Right.
Because it's common.
Mm-hmm.
It's the, am I reading too much into this? Am I overthinking this? Am I over, like, it will make you feel like you are crazy. Because in the beginning, at least, it can seem coincidental.
Right.
It can just seem like someone who's like really, love struck that doesn't want to give up on you.
Right.
Until it turns to a point in which, no, like exposing you to your family.
Yes.
At which point, no, now you're being, coercive, blackmailing, and manipulative.
Right.
And so at that point, and it sounds like you did, you had the clarity of, no, I'm not crazy.
No.
Due to stalking me.
Right.
You've had a court agree. Now, the fact that you have friends that would even consider
Right.
being in the same room as this person, let alone flying overseas and then thinking it was appropriate to Snapchat you that they met them and literally refer to them as the stalker.
Right.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
I would be done. I think anyone would be done.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you're done with them.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry you have shitty friends.
Fire them.
Yes. Like, yeah, no, God, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of a lot.
Right.
Like, I feel so bad for that person. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it is bad enough when you have, like, a stalker situation, but to find out you have friends that would, like, hear all that, know all that, see all that, experience all that. Like, is it just that so many people have that much of a problem trying to understand the concept?
Yes.
I mean, I never found it all that hard to follow. Now, do I think that there may be like an overthrow of the word stalker that people use that kind of creates this like fucked up narrative
Mm-hmm.
that like, well, you don't really know what you're talking about, like just because he showed up in 2 places that you happen to be at.
Mm-hmm.
I like, okay, that's not a stalker. Like, not like if it is literally totally random, you happen to end up in 2 places in like a couple of months.
Right.
That's not a stalker. That's just, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
you ended up in 2 places and you don't want to see this person.
Right. And
It's not a stalker. Don't call him a stalker.
Right. But I don't know, slashing your tires and taking credit cards out, and showing up at work and showing up at your family's house and showing and sending your family messages.
Well, and again, that's when it's already well crossed the line.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like even in that initial stage, like
Right.
the part where it's like, am I crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Which, hi. Sometimes it is a moment of like they're not your stalker, they just happen to run in similar circles.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you have to account for some of that. Now, if while running in those similar circles, they not only badmouth you, but then trying to corner you and force you to talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
okay, no. You're quickly like I would grant a little leeway at the very beginning of a breakup for someone
Right.
who's just having a hard emotional time dealing with this and really wants like closure or really wants to like make the one more attempt
Right.
to try to get you to listen to their side of the story. Now, with that, I mean talk, literal talk, not force you into a corner, violate your safety, make threats like no. I'm not saying anyone should ever tolerate that. That immediately crosses into stalker category.
Right.
So no. Ooh, and one more for tonight. I think I found a nice. Am I? This one looks like the beginning of awesome.
Okay.
There you go. All right, we ready for it?
Yeah. Let's go.
Am I the asshole for refusing to buy my fiance a gaming laptop for a few grand after he told me to, quote, find a real job? My fiance, male 37, and I, female 30, have started living together 6 months ago. I own a house and he moved in with me. I run online business from home, which allows me to live rather comfortably. A month after moving in, he quit his job saying how much he hated it and that he's going to try and do Twitch streaming for a living. I'm all for following your passion, so I was supportive, although surprised at the turn of events. I'm in financial position to support us both, but it felt off. Anyway, nothing happened with his Twitch channel. Sure, he's gaming all day, but hasn't bothered to even try and create an account. He just games for pleasure. It's been 7 months. I've had conversations with him suggesting he finds work, but he keeps telling me that I'm unsupportive and he needs time. He wanted us to buy a bigger house together, but I said that I'm fine with my current one and that since he doesn't have a job, I don't want to get a mortgage and be left paying everything. And he told me that if I found a real job, maybe I wouldn't have financial problems. We had a massive argument that night. Now he's been hinting at needing a new gaming laptop, which costs a few grand, and I've been ignoring it. So he asked outright for me to buy it for his birthday. I told him no, that my fake job doesn't cover new laptops, and he got really pissed at me, telling me I'm selfish and ruining his career. Granted, I can afford to buy it, but he really hurt me, saying my business is not a real job, despite me working my ass off. Am I the asshole for not buying him a new laptop?
No.
No, I'm sorry. There's so many layers there. So, like, hi, like, awesome. You have an online business that really does pay for you to live rather comfortably. That is amazing, and you have bought a home, which is awesome. I, I'm troubled because I can understand that, like, a month after moving in,
Mm-hmm.
that maybe he saw your situation as an opportunity. Like,
Right.
I get where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like someone who has been born and bred as you need a real job, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Finding that someone else is actually financially successful in not that
Right.
in not that traditional, you go somewhere to work at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could see him wanting to take an opportunity.
Right.
But 7 months and you haven't even opened a Twitch account?
We have a Twitch account.
7 months? And like your whole thing was you were going to quit your job
Uh-huh.
and do Twitch streaming for a living. Like, I could see being supportive. There is money in that.
Mm-hmm.
There's money in that. But 7 months?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you waiting for? And you want a new laptop on top of that?
Uh-huh. Well,
Like,
let's start out with some major problems. First of all, he moves into her house but doesn't consult to the bills. Second,
oh yeah, no,
he
she's paying for
insults her employment. One,
like,
if you're eating the food that my employment pays for, fuck off.
well, but here's my pause and back up.
Uh-huh.
If somewhere in the beginning, before he quit his job, they had that argument,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would necessarily fault it.
Uh-huh.
Like, that is, I am unaware of what you do for a living, how much it pays, and that this is a viable economic opportunity for you or anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a legitimate discussion early on.
Yes, because you made a legitimate early on statement, and I have yet to let you forget.
No, you haven't. But here's the thing, and I still think it's wrong that you do that to me. But because here's my thing.
Uh-huh.
My statement was not about insulting your work from home online business as much as it was seeing a comparative to what I would potentially be making in that W-2 position. And it was more so about the differential and that I would be able to support all the bills. And then we could, at that point, treat your income like it were Mary Kay money. And that's what I said. Effectively was that, if I were to get that job, it would, effectively mean that you got Mary Kay money, dude. You go out and do whatever you want to. I don't care. Bills are paid. Do whatever you want. Don't care what you do with your money. Like, all our bills will be paid. We'll be fine. There's no worries. Because I was looking at doing cybersecurity, and I think at the time it was like $150,000 a year minimum. Like, it was ridiculous. And I'm like, at that point, living in West Virginia, all my bills are paid. Like, there was a nice little investment account. Like, it's more than doable in West Virginia. Like, we sell houses, nice houses, for less than that, even in this market.
Right.
So, no, my comment was, you could treat your money like it was just Mary Kay. If you want to work, you work. If you don't want to work, you don't have to work. If you want to buy a car with, this month's paycheck, you go buy a car with this month's paycheck. I don't care. We don't need it to survive. But yeah, no. I think that relationship's over.
Yeah, it would have been over with the first comment. Now the second comment of wanting an expensive gaming computer when you took no action.
Well, and I'm still saying it's the order of events. That's where I'm tripped up. It's one thing if because we were originally dating, we were living independently, we were, not that I would have faulted you if you decided in that moment, like, okay, we're done. Okay, fine, I could have understood that. Like, I'm not saying I didn't get how it was an insensitive comment. I got that. I'm just saying, like, that's a comment I could legitimately see occurring, and did in our case, at the beginning of a relationship.
Right.
Versus you've already moved in.
Right.
You're already living in the house that that job bought.
Right.
You're already receiving the benefits of this, and you've quit your job because you seem to understand it. But now you want to be talking about, like, throwing off on it for not being a real job? All because she wouldn't go buy you a bigger house to, like, be lazy in?
Yeah.
What? No, sorry, that's where my brain goes. What?
What?
No, that's different. That's not, I don't understand.
Yeah. This is
that is you are trying to manipulate her into buying you things. Buying you a bigger house, buying you this laptop. And you don't care what you have to say to get it.
Right.
That's really different in my head.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, first of all, if he wanted to be a Twitch streamer, fine. Twitch from 5 to 2. Get up and go to work at 8. Till you have the 50 followers and the income and the affiliate codes and the marketing and the other things that goes into building a Twitch channel.
Fuck that. Create a Twitch
account
today. Like, just, it's really simple. Like, it is. Like, what are you struggling with in 7 months? You couldn't figure out your gamer tag?
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, where is your, like, this is one of those, like, I just, for the sake of argument, I want to hear why 7 months down the road and you don't even have a Twitch account.
Right.
How?
Yeah.
It's not like you have to apply for one.
Exactly.
They don't run a credit and background check. They don't sit here and need you to go down to an office and, like, get fingerprinted. Like, it's not adopting a child.
Right.
You know, I mean, the only thing easier to get is a gun in Texas.
Right.
How do you not have a Twitch account if that's what you said 7 months ago you were going to quit your job and go do?
Right.
Like, it's just a series of lies. And you're, like, so, OP, not the asshole. So not the asshole.
Far from not the asshole. Like,
no, far from the asshole.
Yeah, you are not even close to being the asshole. However, your boyfriend, let's discuss how many ways we can need to burn him. First off, he needs to get a job within 30 days. Or if the engagement's off and he can move out in 60.
I don't think I can even support the continuing of that relationship. Like, that's a no. See, again, I'm just at, like, no, that's not just insensitive comment.
Right.
Or didn't think it through, or, like, didn't understand what he was saying.
Right.
That's a legitimate dick move. Like, that's red flags, throw the fucker out.
Right.
Like, you done.
Overly done.
You done. I hope so.
Yep. All right. Wow. We've covered a lot tonight.
We did. We did.
We have a guest for Tuesday, so that'll be a good
Woo-hoo.
I'm going to be listening to their book here in a little bit.
I'm sorry, that's who again? I was woohooing.
I've got to look at their book. I'm sorry. I just know we have a guest.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said the author's name, and I was like, crap, I talked over that.
No. Give me a second. I love our new author booking system.
Yes.
Echo Barman.
All right.
Yeah.
Very fun. Very fun.
Yep. That'll be very cool.
Yay. So, got a guest on Tuesday.
Hmm?
Are we doing Psychic the Plans this Sunday?
We will see.
We'll
Because
see.
we're still building the new system.
Alrighty. I just wanted to check. I figured people were wondering.
Yep. The next Psychic That Plans will be the complete system with personal, the household,
Chore list.
no, it's called a control journal, budgeting. So all that's got to be put together. But I got to go and be petty first. Like my petty
Well,
has to be took care of, and then my plan is going to get care of, and then we will talk through why we've put these things in.
absolutely.
All right, guys, you can always find all of the information about me at aesonknight.com. That is where you can book an appointment, you can get a reading, you can look at what network I'm currently on.
Absolutely.
And I did start on a new one. Flip over to that.
Started on the new.
Yes, I did. I joined a brand new baby network.
Aw, is that what, Advia?
Yeah, Effia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I will say though, I'm starting to get annoyed at like network names.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting harder and harder to tell that like it's a psychic network.
Yeah.
Like, this is how bad the industry is. They have literally eat up every like domain name with the word psychic.
They have. We own a few.
Like, fair. Like, y'all are horrible. Y'all will register anything.
Yes, we will, because we hold it out.
Like, I'm surprised there's not like a psychic crack pipe.
I
Like
don't know.
psychiccrackpipe.com. Like, y'all would register it.
Yes.
Y'all would register it.
Yes. All right. So this is the new network, Avia. You guys can go over there right now, get some really great discount on readings. You'll see a lot of familiar faces. Of course, our crackpot team is over there. We've got Lady Gwendolyn cooking. We've got, Natalie Vickers over there.
Our crack team is over there, not our crackpot team.
Yeah. Well,
those are two very different.
They are our hosts. They do kick ass and take names later, and they are very good. But right now I'm over there for $1.99 per minute.
Ooh, you're working the pole cheap.
Well, I'm working it very cheap. I'm trying to open it up. Oh, Jessica's right there beside me. Hi, Jessica, honey. How are you? Can you scoot over a little bit?
Hey, don't push her out the way.
I don't want her out of the way. I'm just having her scoot over. I got to lay some words out.
Like, I'm so reminded of a song right now. It's from Kinky. No, it's not. It's not from Kinky Boots. It's from Patrick Swayze is a drag queen. Tu Wong Fu. It's that song from the very beginning of the movie. It has the line of "Move over, mother. I'm going faster than you can drive." The Body Beautiful. That's what the song is. Sorry, it always takes me a second. I have to run the lyrics all the way through my head. Are you double checking me right now?
Yeah, well, no, I'm looking for the link because I'm going to post it out.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, it is Body Beautiful. It was originally done by Salt and Pepper.
Yes. I couldn't remember the artist. I just, the line came through my head. Oh, so Jessica, if you watch the rest of this later, hi!
But guys, of course, this is a baby network. It's a way for you guys to get a really cheap reading because, of course, when we start new networks, we go in with introductory rates. But you're always going to get the cheapest price by booking an appointment at aesonknight.com.
Yes.
Yes.
And you get the most of the money. That's why we can do that.
Exactly.
And if you read Psychic Yellow Brick Road,
Uh-huh.
Like, how many times do we have to promote that book before everyone buys it?
I don't know. I'm at the point now I'm about ready to contact her and ask for an affiliate code.
I know. Well, at one point we were like, just can we buy it in bulk and give it to everyone?
Yeah.
But no. So we love Corby Mitlid. Go check out the Psychic Yellow Brick Road. That's an awesome book. And for more awesome books, we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you'll hear about that awesome book from another awesome author on our show. But right now, we want to thank our supporters, Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda Bryant, Ashley Gist, Shannon C, Shannon D, the ever-wonderful Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Dottie the Psychic, Tracy Van, and the Laughing Tree Grove. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become one of our patron sponsors and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at PCSPnetwork.com.
Yeah. All right, guys. You have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go be Patty, and we'll see you later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Let's work. Yo, it's go time, showtime, never backing down time. One shot, yo, make it count, yo. Crunch time, shine time, make this moment my time. Get a grip, yo, ready, set, go. We bring the thunder! Bring the thunder! Let's work! Bring the thunder! Let's go! Bring the thunder! Let's work! Bring the thunder! Let's work! Yeah, it's my time, yo time, step into the spotlight. Get lit, yo, let yourself go. Our time, high time, gotta go big time. This is it, yo, never take no flight time. Grind time, take it to the street time. Turn the roof off, get loco. Game time, win time, we gon' bring it home time. No regrets now, let it all go. We bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go.